Duane Roelfs from Servants United with daily devotions from Christ in our home. For Sunday, October 28th, the 20th Sunday after Pentecost, and the Sunday on which we celebrate Reformation Sunday, our gospel or our verse for today is from the 18th chapter of the Gospel of Luke, verses 9 through 14. He also told this parable to some who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and regarded others with contempt. Two men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee, standing by himself, was praying thus: God, I thank you that I am not like the other people, thieves, rogues, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give a tenth of all my income. But the tax collector, standing far off, would not even look up to heaven. He was beating his breast and saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his home justified rather than the other. For all who exalt themselves will be humbled, but all who humble themselves will be exalted. The Pharisee said, God, I thank you that I am not like the other people. Verse 11. I knew a church treasurer who one day was arrested for embezzlement. It eventually came out that he had handled the congregation's money with integrity for years. But some difficult circumstances at home led him to start stealing. I suggest that if he had been asked a year earlier whether he could imagine stealing from the church, he'd have said no and meant it. Sometimes we feel pulled by both right and wrong. Like those cartoons where a person has a tiny angel on one shoulder and a tiny devil on the other, each advising opposite actions. But rather than seeing ourselves choosing devils and angels, consider Jesus' parable about two men, one proud of himself and the other ashamed. One way to hear the parable is to consider that Jesus was giving his audience two views of themselves, suggesting that each of us is both Pharisee and tax collector. It is only with God's gift of humility that one can become a spiritual, healthy, whole person. Our prayer: God, be merciful to me, a sinner. Amen. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.